Hey everybody, time for some grafting updates. I've been doing quite a bit of grafting these last few months. We're still in summer, it's about to be fall in a few days. This is September, this is Southern California, this is Zone 10, and I want to show you some grafts I've been working on. Different kinds of fruits, avocados, mangoes, these kind of things. And I'll show you the grafts, show you the progress. Some of them look good, some of them look not so good. And along the way, I'll answer some common questions I get in the comments. A lot of people ask me a lot of the same questions. So I'll address some of those issues and we'll talk about timing, strategy. We'll talk about a lot of different subjects related to grafting while I show you these grafts, all right? Let's go, let's get started. Come on, this is exciting times. All right, let's get started with the mangoes. Let's talk about mango grafts. Here's one. This is a sweet tart mango graft I did about a month ago and it's growing. Yes, it's taken, looking really nice. And then right behind it is one I'm really happy about. That's peach cobbler, the peach cobbler mango, and it's growing as well. Look at those new leaves popping through the tape. All right, looking really exciting. And then let's see, there's more here. Okay, here's one. I believe that's also sweet tart mango graft. I need to start labeling these before I forget what they are. This is a cotton candy mango graft, and then this is the Edward mango graft, I believe. Done all on the same tree. And let's look at the trunk down there. This is done on my Manila mango tree that's been in the ground for a few years now, maybe 5 or 6 years, and it's grown to a good height. I'm on a ladder actually. I'm standing on a ladder. So this tree's got tall enough that I can put some grafts on it up here. Best time to graft mangoes here in our area, Southern California, I'm gonna say it's summertime. June, July, August, you're gonna get good success if you graft at those times. There's some more grafts back there. We can look at those. But let's go look at some more mango grafts, all right? Let's go. Okay, now we're looking at another Manila mango tree that I planted here in 2020. It was in a 3-gallon size, or no, it was a little bit bigger than a 3-gallon size. And this year I did some more grafts on it. I chose these branches here. Mangoes are really forgiving about graft placement. They're not like avocados that need more special consideration. There's a guy in India who has a tree with 300 varieties grafted onto one single tree. Something like that, something insane, crazy amount of mangoes grafted there, but they are really forgiving on placement, so you can basically graft them anywhere, really. Here's a peach cobbler graft that I did about a month and a half back, grown out real nice. Here's another peach cobbler graft right next to it, also grown out real nice. Behind it is a unknown Indian, that's what I call it, unknown Indian. The tree is planted at a relative's place. I got a scion from it. I planted it here. I don't know the variety, but it's a really vigorous grower here in Southern California. Here's another one, actually, from the same tree. Unknown Indian, I call it. It hasn't made fruit yet, but it's really promising because it grows really aggressively and really well here for Southern California, which is a problem for some of us to get vegetative growth on some of our mangoes because all they seem to want to do is flower. So, but this variety here really, here's more grafts actually of all the unknown Indian. Another one growing, and there's one behind it. Unknown Indian. And then, yeah, so the problem is getting vegetative growth on mangoes. They seem to really just want to flower out here. So finding a variety that also puts out a lot of leaf growth, it's kind of hard to find. So if you find one that puts out a lot of leaf growth, that actually grows vegetatively, that's a really good thing. There's another unknown Indian. And then here I did a Edward mango graft and it did not make it. It is dried out and it is brown. No good. That one is dead. Oh no. Okay. Oh, down here. So that was the mangoes. Those were the mango grafts. Let's talk about avocados now. Here are some avocado grafts. Let's look at this. Down here is the Hellen avocado. The graft was done right here earlier this year in the spring, January 2023. And here's some Hellen growth. Grafted onto a little volunteer seedling growing right next to my big jackfruit trees. Here are the jackfruits, and here's a little avocado. Let's go look at some more Avocado Grafts. Come on. Got some bags of DG. Here is my Pinkerton avocado tree. I've done some new grafts onto it. Here's one right here. That's the Gwen avocado. Let's look at it. Here is the Gwen Avocado Graft, growing out really, really well. This was done earlier this year as well, January or February 2023. I actually labeled this one. Wait, no. Oh, October 7, 2022. Okay, there you go. I grafted this in October. So when we talk about timing of grafting avocados, you know, I'm still nailing that down. I don't think Julie Frink, she says she grafts all year long, and I think you can get away with grafting all year long, especially if you live in a certain part of Southern California, a little bit closer to the coast, where the temperature doesn't fluctuate too much. Try grafting at different times of year. You might be surprised at the results, okay? So let's keep that in mind. Let's keep talking about it though. Here's this little graft here. You can barely see it. Right down there, really close to the seed, on a seedling tree I planted just a few months ago. This is the Lyon Avocado Graft. This scion I was very fortunate to get. Lyon or Lyon, I'll call it Lyon. One of the first varieties introduced or discovered in California. Someone discovered it in Hollywood in 1908. Really old variety, really important variety. And actually, I think a lot of people think this Lyon or Lyon is the mother of the Hass avocado. If you look at pictures of the Lyon online, it looks a lot like the Hass avocado. Pebbly skin, turns black as it ripens. Really interesting. I really want this graft to take so I could try the fruit. I really want to try the fruit. Okay, let's look over here. Back to the Pinkerton avocado tree. Here's a graft. Right here. Fuerte Avocado Graft. So Pinkerton is an A type and Fuerte is a B type. So I want some cross-pollination to get more fruit, hopefully. And over here too is two grafts that are kind of hard to see. There it is. There's the graft union, and this is all the new growth. It is called green gold, the green gold avocado. It's a seed of Charwell. Seedling of Charwell is supposed to be pretty good fruit, really high in oil. This is the green gold section. Here's another little green gold graft. Really tiny graft right there. Yeah. Let's go look at more avocado grafts. Come on. So here's the update on one of my how to graft avocado videos. This is I'll put the link to that video in the description. I'll also put it right here at the top of the video. You guys can click on that link. And here's the Nimlioh graft that I did on video. Here are the multi-grafts. A lot of grafts on this tree. Let's see. I got here. This one was labeled too. So this is Jan Boyce. Yeah, Jan Boyce here. Hellen here. Charwell at the top. And Nabal over here on this area right here. So the Jan Boyce made fruit. And I took it off because I wanted to focus on getting bigger. And then here's the Nimlioh section. Nimlioh avocado over here. Let's go look at another tree. I almost forgot this one. This is my Reed avocado that I planted here in 2021 from a 3-gallon size. It's grown out pretty decent. It's in the shade now. And over here I put another Fuerte avocado graft here. Right there. It's starting to break the tape. So people ask me when to take the tape off. Well, it comes off on its own, you see? It's coming off by itself. And I did this graft earlier this year as well. I really like Fuerte. I was lucky enough to get some really good Fuerte avocados. And I wanted to put some grafts onto my tree. And if you look back, this section here is the Fuerte. I think it's starting to take over. the reed. Reed is an A type, Fuerte is a B type. Hopefully you get some good cross-pollination. Fuerte grows very aggressively, so I might even put grafts onto the graft. So there's a graft here. I might put more scions here to get different varieties. That's a possibility. I'll consider that. We might do that. Let's keep going. Let's go look at more avocados. Okay, more avocados. Let's talk about this one. This was a seedling, a volunteer that sprouted up about a year and a half ago. It got a thick trunk on it, and so I decided to graft just a few months ago my favorite avocado, which is the reed. I love the reed avocado. I'm in love with it. So I want as many reeds as I can get. So I grafted it here, and it looks like it's taking. Yeah. So people think I get some confused questions from people. They think you have to remove the tape to let these buds go through, but the buds will break the tape and they'll penetrate through the tape. You don't have to do anything. And a lot of people ask me if I use plastic bags to cover the graft. No, that's not my style. Some people get good success with it, but me personally, I just put grafting tape or buddy tape, and it works really, really well. That is starting to grow. Yes. Let's go look at more grafts in pots. Over here. Let's look. All right, let's see what we got here. Nabal. Yes, grafted about a month and a half ago on a seedling in a container. So we're under my carport. This gets a lot of shade during the midday. And you can keep, if you want to graft. So people ask me about timing. Let's talk about timing again. Timing of grafting avocados. Summertime, I'm getting a lot of success. In my area, I start grafting July and August, especially if they're in containers. If you're container growing avocados, try grafting them in summer. That's when avocados are in active growth. That's where a lot of buds appear. You should get good success grafting avocados in the summer, especially if you're having them in containers, because then you can move them around and strategically place them in a place where they get mostly shade during the hot midday, and they get early morning sun and late afternoon sun. That seems to be the best situation for avocado grafts. Let's look at some more. Let's look at some more over here. Here is a, let's see. This one is, let's see. Oh, Nimlioh. Yes. Nimlioh avocado. It's starting to show signs of life. Yes. All right. Nimlioh is growing. And then next to it, this is Hellen. I don't have to check the label. I remember doing this one. This is the Hellen avocado. Also showing signs of life. All right. And then over here, oh, almost forgot about this guy. All of these are in 1 gallon containers. That's Boyce starting to grow. Wow, it's put on a lot of growth. Boyce, overachiever. Look at that growth. All right. And then there is Nabal, again, growing out. This graft was also done about a month ago, month and a half. Here's a Nimlioh graft that's still, I don't know yet, to be determined. It might do something. And then reed, here's a reed. Oh no, the reed graft starting to do something. I see some leaves popping out. All right, let's look at, oh, here's one. Nimlioh graft. We had some contractors here recently and they did some work. And one of the guys accidentally crushed this poor Nimlioh graft. Oh no. Sorry, Nimlioh. It wasn't in the stars for you, buddy. I'll regraft this tree though. Over here, here's another one. This is also Nimlioh. I think it's starting to push growth. That's always a good sign. You see some bud swelling. That's exciting. That means your graft is doing something. It's awake. It's active. It's doing something. It's not just sitting there. All right, those are the avocados. Oh, we have more here. Let's look over here. In the shade. In the shade. Here's one. That graft also done in the summer. I call it the 405 avocado. I've done a few videos about this, what I call the 405. I discovered the tree off the 405 freeway, and it was growing wild. And the avocados were really good. It's a Mexicola type that produces in November. And if some folks around Southern California, if you know November is kind of a downtime for avocados. So if you can find a tree that fruits in November, that's a very desirable variety because it's off season. It's kind of an in-between kind of season for avocados is November. So if you get a variety like this, the 405 that produces in November, it's a winner. All right. So I got it going here. And then over there, that's a Nimlioh, and more Nimlioh. All done in 1 gallon containers, all grafted in September. Okay. Now here's a little multi-grafted tree. It's kind of hard to see in the sun. Let me try to come around at another angle so you guys can see some of these grafts. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a graft. That's Carmen Hass. The Carmen Hass. It's grown out. It's taken. This is famous for producing more than 1 crop a year down in Mexico where it comes from. And then here is Nabal, and it's growing out too. Hard to see the growth, but there's Nabal growth. And then here is the 405 avocado graft down here. The tape is disintegrated on its own. And we got good growth on the 405. And then back there is Hellen. Here's the graft union. This graft was done about more than a year ago. So it's healed up really well. I painted over it to stop the sunburn. And we got multiple branches on the Hellen avocado. This tree was here when I got this place. It was a seedling and I cut it back. And I did a reed graft right there, right in this section area, reed avocado. And then I grafted on top of the reed avocado. So you could do that. And here's something a squirrel ate, a little reed avocado. Yes, yes, yes. Over here we have some avocado trees in a little bit bigger containers. These are in 5 gallon containers. I did this one. This is Nabal. This little avocado seed sprouted 2 branches. And so I did Nabal here and Pinkerton here. I want to do an A-type, B-type. A-type is the Pinkerton, B-type is the Nabal. I want them next to each other so they can have some good cross-pollination. And then over here is Nabal, a Nabal graft on a thicker trunk. And it's starting to grow, yes. And then over here is Nimlioh, another Nimlioh. Right there. I'm trying to get as many Nimlioh as I can for the people. Because people love Nimlioh. Big fans of it. I'm a big fan of it. It's a great avocado. Fantastic avocado. Super producer of some of the biggest, most awesome looking avocados you'll see. It's quite a sight to see a fully grown Nimlioh tree. It's stunning. It's a beautiful sight. So the world needs more Nimlioh trees. And I'm making an effort to make that available to people. Okay? All right, people. Just wanted to share some updates on grafts with you. If you liked that video, of course, give me a like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know how your grafting is going. I always love to hear about it. Thanks for watching.